Loneliness by Fanny Howe. Loneliness is not an accident or a choice. It's an uninvited and uncreated companion. It slips in beside you when you are not aware that a choice you are making will have consequences. It does you no good, even though it's like one of the elements in the world that you cannot exist without. It takes your hand and walks with you. It lies down with you. It sits beside you. It's as dark as a shadow, but it has substance that is familiar. It swims with you and swings around on stools. It boards the ferry and leans on the motel desk. Nothing great happens as a result of loneliness. Your character flaws remain in place. You still stop in with friends and have wonderful hours among them. But you must run as soon as you hear it calling. It does call, and you climb the stairs obediently, pushing aside books and notes to let it know that you have returned to it. All is well. If you don't answer its call, you sense that it will sink towards a deep gravity and adopt a limp. From loneliness, you learn very little. It pulls you back. It pulls you down. It's the manifestation of a vow, never made but kept. I will go home now and forever in solitude. And after that, loneliness will accompany you to every airport, train station, bus depot, cafe, cinema, and onto airplanes and into cars, strange rooms and offices, classrooms and libraries, and it will hang near your hand like a habit. But it isn't a habit, and no one can see it. It's your obligation, and your companion warms itself against you. You are faithful to it, because it was the only vow you made, finally, when it was unnecessary. If you figured out why you chose it years later, would you ask it to go? How would you replace it? No, saying goodbye would be too embarrassing. Why? First, you might cry, because shame and loneliness are almost one. Shame at existing in the first place, shame at being visible, taking up space, breathing some of the sky, sleeping in a whole bed, asking for a share. Loneliness feels so much like shame. It always seems to need a little more time on its own.